friend of mine introduced me to the game back in 2001. At first, I was a bit skeptical just because of the sheer size of the game. I remember he kept talking about it's a full sort of scale model of the Milky Way galaxy, and I didn't know what I was going to get myself into. But after a few gentle nudges, I finally sat down and I jumped in. I can remember struggling through the tutorial, and at the end of it, thinking, that's it. This is all you're going to teach me about this game before cutting me loose into this galaxy. Needless to say, the first few weeks were pretty awful. I wandered around from system to system aimlessly, not really knowing what to do. I remember cruising in the Sidewinder. I remember running out of fuel. I remember exploding way too many times, and just generally just being overwhelmed with the whole game. I walked away from it for a few months following those first couple of weeks. But then I decided to give it another try. But I said, you know what, this time there's got to be manuals out there. So I'm going to do some research and figure out how to actually play this game. And that's when I found Commander Hawk's YouTube channel. His humor and style of his videos really resonated with me. Oh man, it's been quite a ride for me in Elite Dangerous. I started off solo deep core mining, and that was my jam. I made my first billion mining musgravite thanks to Commander Hawk's videos on deep core mining. That really helped me learn the layouts of the consoles, the different the different sort of menus and piloting and all those things. It really helped get my feet under me. And then following that, that's when I really leaned into the community side of Elite. I joined the Fuel Rats. I joined the Hull Seals. That was a real game changer. Just seeing the depth of the communities that have built up around this amazing game. Flying out to help stranded and damaged players was incredibly rewarding to me. And it just made the galaxy feel alive. I still remember some of those long haul rescues really pushed my piloting skills and my navigation skills, to make those 20,000 light year jumps to rescue somebody on a set timeline. You really had to be on the ball. But as much as I loved helping out one-on-ones, I eventually really did come into my own niche with the STAR initiative. That's the Strategic Tritium and Rescue Initiative. Things really clicked for me there in that community. Operating fleet carriers as mobile depots and support hubs for deep space expeditions and stranded players. That's where it all came together for me, and that's where the focus of my game really has been. Fleet carriers really are game changers. They're like those mobile bases, community hubs, logistics centers, all kind of rolled into one. My time with the Fuel Rats, the Hull Seals, and the STAR Initiative really did teach me how important it is to have this infrastructure throughout the galaxy, because the amount of players that are actually going out and exploring and building communities within the larger galaxy is absolutely incredible. And that's what I wanted to contribute to. A place where people could, building a place where people could regroup, refuel, and relaunch their adventures no matter where they were in the galaxy. I love that idea of creating a shared experience and bringing people together, helping players out, running events, things like that. That really, really gives me a sense of satisfaction. Managing the carriers all on its own, though, as well, it's like its own mini game within the larger ED game. What do we got? You got to worry about fueling and routing, planning your routes, stocking. If you're running commodities, if you're buying and selling and hauling, there's always something to do. It totally adds a layer of strategy and leadership, really, that I find simply rewarding when I play the game. It's so rewarding that I own 9 fleet carriers. Yeah, definitely. So when I started creating Elite Dangerous videos, or thought I was going to do it, I knew there was already a ton of amazing content out there. You've got guides, you've got tutorials, you've got cinematic storytelling, you've got crazy engineering builds, stuff from people who are absolutely top tier in this game. Like Commander Meccan, you've got the Burr Pit, you've got Obsidian Art, you've got Commander Hawks. That's not me, though. I'm by no means a pro gamer. I'm just a commander who really loves Elite. My goal is not to compete with those creators. My goal is to add a bit of heart into the mix, right? To show what it's like to just exist in the universe and help folks feel welcome, maybe even inspired to explore something new, right? This could be sharing moments from my fleet carrier operations, loading, unloading, the fun I have going up the Rackham's Peak, or just quietly flying through the black, doing some deep core mining tritium out somewhere. I really want my content to reflect what makes Elite Dangerous special to me and share that with all of you. If you're a casual player or someone who just plays for the experience of the community more than the meta, you're probably going to feel right at home on the channel. Absolutely. For new players, there's a few things. First of all, don't rush. Take your time. Don't skip the tutorial. Do it over again if you need to. Practice. Once you get released from the tutorial, try out all the different roles. I mean, you've got explorer, you've got mining, you've got combat. You'll figure out what you love. Learn how to use the galaxy map effectively. That thing is your best friend. Learn about the different star types. Learn about the ones you can fuel at. Learn about the ones you can't fuel at, and plan your routes accordingly. Another good tip is utilize the various third-party tools and apps to supplement your gameplay. There's encyclopedias out there of the galaxy. There's all kinds of different apps and tools that commanders have made out of to put together to enhance the gameplay and just to add that level of complexity to it to make it feel like you're in a real starship and you're out really exploring the galaxy. With no user manual for the game, YouTube's your best friend for Elite. Do some research. Find some commanders that you really enjoy their content. Follow them along. Guarantee you there's a video out there on what you're looking for somewhere. Look into joining some of the great communities that have built up around the game. There's a ton of them. There's a lot of really experienced commanders in them. Draw upon their experience. Draw upon their knowledge. Most importantly, though, never fly without a rebuy. It's a rite of passage that we all learn the hard way. For veteran players, be humble. Remember how your own ED journey started, and be patient with those new players that are looking for help or asking you questions. Maybe try mentoring. Teaching a new pilot the ropes and how to get around an Elite Dangerous can completely reinvigorate your excitement for the game. Get into community events or background simulation stuff. There's a lot of depth in the political and economic systems if you look for it and if you're into that sort of meta stuff. And if you haven't already, yeah, here's my plug for fleet carriers. The ownership for fleet carriers and multiple fleet carriers really changes the way you play in this game. Great question. I think in the next couple of years, we're going to see some refinement. There's going to be maybe some deeper gameplay loops for on-foot missions. I can see maybe some more ships being released. They seem to have this nice schedule of releasing ships. I can see maybe some refinement to fleet carrier interiors, that kind of thing. Colonization was just released as well, where there's lots of excitement and hype about that. But I think over the next couple of years, there's going to be a focus on refining that aspect for the foreseeable future. 5 years, maybe I can see more Thargoid lore coming in to the game. Maybe some more advanced missions into Thargoid home systems. Also, maybe some colonization expanding to the far edges of the galaxy with community-based player bubbles exploding all over the place and having the galaxy just come together as one great big bubble. 10 years, who knows? Planetary cities, maybe. Maybe some full procedural civilizations, like player-based civilizations, even maybe a new galaxy, maybe interstellar travel to new galaxies. If Frontier sticks with it and the community keeps thriving like it has, Elite really has the potential to become the ultimate space sandbox.